Hello, welcome back to the podcast. It's me, it's Russ. I'm one of the hosts.
And I'm Arianna.
Arianna's back. Oh my god, it's been a hot minute since Arianna's been on the show.
Truly has.
Arianna, what have you been up to for the last month? But while you were not in magical podcast land,
what have I been up for last month? Work and basketball.
Yeah.
That's really it.
I think we should probably talk about the thing that happened today, or happened yesterday, rather. We're recording this early 2020, so we're recording this on the 27th of January 2020. Arianna, what happened yesterday?
Unfortunately, Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna Bryant, along with a couple other people whose names I'm trying to get up now so we can talk about them, passed away in a helicopter accident on the way to Gianna and her friends' basketball. I think it was a game or a practice.
Yeah, and Kobe was obviously her dad, but also one of the coaches of the team. And yeah, so that happened yesterday, and that's really horrible. And yeah, I think it's one of those things that he's one of those athletes and one of those iconic characters that you see. He has sneaker deals and all this stuff. He's won an Academy Award, and everyone knows his name. Kind of not as famous as Michael Jordan, but he's up there, kind of with LeBron James and Shaquille O'Neal as one of the most famous American athletes of all time. And I really think it really sucks. And it is cool to see everyone from all walks of life sort of paying their tributes to this guy who I think in one way or another made an impact, whether it be his short film, which is really good, which I just posted on my Instagram and is out there where people can watch, or if you love basketball, even if you don't, everyone knows Kobe. And yeah.
I think he was obviously more than a basketball player, but he inspired a new generation to be the best that they can and to just work hard and show that dedication prevails over everything else. If you put the work in and you work hard, you will succeed.
Yeah, and I think that's really good. And he was also very, as you were talking about on our conversation before this, he was really pro women's basketball and women's sports, which is really cool because I feel like a lot more people should be pro WNBA and all women's sports in general, and just giving that the attention it deserves, because regardless if you're a dude or you're a girl, you're a mad good athlete. So let's watch and let's look up to these people.
Yeah, and it's really sad because his daughter was going to be a huge star in her own right. She already had all of her dad's moves down. She's only 13, and she was going to become the next biggest WNBA star, and he did talk about that on a lot of TV shows by saying that he's excited that his daughter can continue his legacy by playing.
Yeah.
And it was just really nice to see that, he actually took on a father role instead of a basketball player role, and took her out to games and talked to her about all this stuff and everything. So he really was a father figure, as well as this super talented athlete that won a lot of medals for USA.
Yeah, and it's pretty horrible that happened. And yeah, so unfortunately a little bit of a sad way to start off the podcast, which usually doesn't really go into sad stuff, but we just thought we should bring that up because that's a big time loss right there. And only 41, which is horrible. And his daughter was 13, and some of the other kids on that helicopter were around her age, and then their parents, and of course the pilot of the helicopter, which all of that is just the worst. And I cannot imagine what Kobe's family's going through, and the families of all the other people who have loved ones who were on that helicopter flight. So,
I do have their names. Just want to
let's read them out.
So it was Kobe Bryant, Gianna Bryant. I'm going to butcher these names and apologize. Alyssa Altobelli, John Altobelli, Carrie Altobelli, Christina Mauser, Sarah Chester, Peyton Chester, and Zara Zobayan. He was the pilot, the last guy.
Okay.
So it was basically parents and their children, and then the other girl, Christina, was an assistant basketball coach at the grade school that Gianna and her two friends went to.
Okay.
So they were going to I think he does like an AAU type academy for them.
Oh, okay.
Which is separate than like their grade school one.
Yeah. Just like the travel team kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow. Well, unfortunately, rest in peace to all of those individuals, and thoughts and prayers go out to everyone else who was involved in everything of that nature, and all the families. But in other news that is definitely less heartbreaking and less depressing, I have a surprise topic for today. Well, not a surprise topic, but we're going to go through the slate of movies coming out in 2020. Oh, and my computer's going crazy. We're going to go through the slate of movies coming out in 2020 to... sorry, guys. I haven't opened up my browser in forever, and the volume is on, and it's just going to keep happening. We're going to get a bunch. Okay, we're good. So we're going to go through the movies coming out in 2020 to see what we're looking forward to, what we're not, and we'll talk a little bit about the... the Academy Awards that are coming out.
Yes.
So, we're going to talk about the ones that have already come out, and then we're going to go into some of the new ones. So, as of thus far, what we've had come out, of course, we're going to miss some. Things haven't been slated yet. Things move around. There's surprise drops. There's indie films. There's always A24 films that come out of nowhere and do really well. So, I'm sorry if we don't get this list completely 100% right, but we're going to try our best. So, as of thus far, so for the first 27 days of 2020, the highest grossing films are Bad Boys for Life, which apparently isn't that bad. Yeah?
Yeah, I think it has a 77% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So I was a little bit surprised. I thought, kind of like a remake. Here we go again.
Exactly. That is 100% the mindset I had. But you know what? Films can surprise us, and if it's really good, and I have friends who want to see it, 100% I'll go.
Yeah. Lately, I don't like to base my opinions off of the trailer because I have been wrong multiple times.
Oh, for sure.
And have been let down. So, I'm trying to go in with not watching any trailers and just going off of the little description that they have for it.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that 100%. I think that's probably the best way to go. So we have Bad Boys for Life. We have Doolittle, which apparently is not good.
It's horrible, I've heard.
Yeah, we have The Grudge. I don't know much about it. It's probably not good because it's a remake of a remake of a remake. We have Like a Boss. Don't know what that is. We have Underwater. Have not seen it. The Gentleman, which I do want to see. And then The Turning, which I heard is trash.
Yeah, heard that too.
So, that's what's come out so far. And then we're going to go basically to the beginning of February to what new stuff is coming out. So, starting February... Oh, so we'll go to the end of January 1st. So, we have The Rhythm Section. I don't know much about it. It's an action thriller, apparently. And then we have Hansel and Gretel. That is a Orion picture, and it's fantasy horror. I'm pretty sure everyone knows Hansel and Gretel from the Brothers Grimm or the nursery rhyme or whatnot. But apparently it's one of those gritty, scary reimaginings. I have no desire to see it, but it'll probably go to Netflix or something. So I'll eventually end up watching it.
Yeah, the Rhythm Section is it's like a troubled female assassin movie with Blake Lively.
Oh.
It's based off a novel.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Here it says, Lively plays Stephanie Patrick, a plane crash survivor who wants to get to the bottom of the disaster that killed her family and discovers it wasn't an accident and then sets her revenge.
Interesting. Okay. It might be good. Okay. So, yeah.
We'll find out in a couple of days.
Yeah. So, then in February, we have... I'm going to just rattle them off, and then we'll talk about the ones that we're looking forward to or not. Because there's a few in February, because I know February has its flops, but there's also films like... I think Get Out was a January, February movie. So there's movies in January and February that can really surprise us. So we have Birds of Prey, which, if you don't know, is like the Harley Quinn kind of female bad guy Avenger anti-hero movie. It has promise. I think it'll be good. Ewan McGregor's in it. Margot Robbie, of course. Mary Elizabeth Winstead's in it. So there's some pretty good actors in there. So, I mean, I'm down to give it a shot. Then after that, we have The Lodge. Apparently it's a horror. We have Horse Girl, which apparently is a drama. It's a Netflix film. We have Sonic the Hedgehog, which has gotten a lot of publicity. And we're going to talk about that one in a minute. We have Fantasy Island, The Photograph, Downhill, What About Love, Call of the Wild, a movie called Emma, Bram's The Boy 2, Impractical Jokers, the movie, The Invisible Man, and Wendy. So there's a few that I really want to touch on here. The first one, I think, is Sonic the Hedgehog. Why are they making this? Who's asking for this?
I don't know. I think they're jumping off the whole when Fortnite got big, and they're like, oh, maybe like
And Pikachu, Detective Pikachu did okay, stuff like that.
Yeah. All I remember is Sonic the Hedgehog. Everyone came at it because it was horrible CGI and animation, so they had to change it when they released like the pre-trailer or whatever that thing's called. I mean, I was a little bit upset about it because you already had an outstanding thing, like a character that you can base it off of, so there was really no need to change the look of it.
Yeah, if it's not broken, why fix it?
Yeah, but I probably won't be seeing it.
It'll be one of those things that I say I don't see until, like, Kyle or one of my other buddies is like, yo, dude, you want to go see Sonic? It's, like, playing for $10 or something. I'm like, okay, fine. Well, let's go.
I mean, the cast isn't bad. It's just, like, not something that, like, I'm going to need to see, like, as soon as it opens.
Yeah, I'm just looking at, like, Jim Carrey's in it.
James Marsden, Ben Schwartz.
Yeah, there's, like, good people in it, and... So, I mean, I guess it has promise. If it's like, if nothing else, it'll be like a quirky, goofy kind of kids movie. Or if it's a little better, it might be a half-decent video game movie, because we still have not gotten a good video game movie ever. So, let's see what happens. After that, I think the one I really want to talk about, this is something I don't like, and maybe it'll be good, but I don't get it. I think it's just obnoxious. Impractical Jokers, like the thing that's on, like, I don't know, is it on TLC? It's on some channel like that. It's just, for those of you who don't know what that is, from what we're talking about or what Impractical Jokers is, it's just like four dickheads who just go around trying to fuck with people, and the loser gets fucked with. I don't find it funny. It's like a PG rated version of Jackass.
It's kind of like Pranked by Ashton Kutcher.
It is like, yeah, it's exactly like that, but also, why? That's my opinion. If people love it, dude, love it. That's awesome if that's your favorite shit ever. It just doesn't land for me. So, yeah, I'm giving that one a big ol' miss. Unless it's the greatest, funniest movie of all time and someone drags me to it, then I'll go. But other than that, nah.
No, I mean, I guess I'm kind of excited for The Invisible Man.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Blumhouse has done a bad movie yet.
Yeah, no, they do good stuff and they do good horror. And Elizabeth Moss is in it.
Yeah, which saying is a lot because horror is a very distinct genre.
Yeah.
Like, after all the old classics, you know, like Carrie and I would say maybe even The Saw, because sometimes that's a little bit weird.
Yeah.
You either have, like, a grade A or you get an F.
Exactly,
So it's
yeah.
you can either mess it up or you can do really good, like Get Out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's,
I completely agree.
so
So that's February. I know we're running through these kind of quick, but I mean, there's a lot of movies coming out. So we can't talk about all of them, but we're going to talk about the ones that we really want to see the most.
yes.
And then in March, we have, I'm going to just rattle them off and then we'll go back. So we have Onward. These are on March 6th. Onward, The Way Back, and First Cow are March 6th. March 13th is Bloodshot, I Still Believe, The Informer, My Spy, Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always. A Quiet Place 2 is March 20th. And then on March 27th, so nothing right now is opening opposite A Quiet Place 2. I'm sure there is, but yeah. But then March 27th is Mulan, Resistance, and Saint Maud. And Saint Maud is an A24 film, so that's probably going to be good. And so is First Cow. Those are both A24 films, so you know they're going to be good.
Yeah.
And then the ones I really want to talk about, I don't really know a lot about these, so I'll have to look into them. And if someone listening is a big fan of one of these or has a recommendation, hit us up because I'm always down to see something, especially if I don't know much about it. But I'm excited for A Quiet Place 2 because I did like the first one quite a bit. I thought it was a unique horror that didn't completely make sense because if you're living in this universe where there's like these hypersonic sound monsters, why don't you just live in like a soundproof booth? Like go to Dr. Dre's house and live in his in-home studio.
Yeah, that would just ruin the movie, though.
Oh, well, sorry.
Yeah, it's like, whenever you see a horror movie, like the girl who says, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with that house." Something wrong with the house. You're just going to go in there. You ruin the movie.
Exactly. Like most horror movies can be fixed with a text message and a post-it note.
Yeah.
But that's that aside. A Quiet Place was really good. It was unique, and A Quiet Place 2 looks cool. And my boy Cillian Murphy's going to be in it, and he's always kind of weird and creepy. So
I love him.
Yeah, he's so good. And Emily Blunt's in it. I love Emily Blunt. So I think it will be good. And John Krasinski is directing and is doing the screenplay again.
I'm excited to see what direction he goes in for this one. Like, is it going to be like this exact same to the first one?
Because he's not in this one.
So is he going to put like his own a different spin on it? Because he's not only directing himself in it either.
Yeah, I feel like it'll be interesting because I feel like the studio behind it, which is Paramount, and Platinum Dunes are the two studios behind it. I feel like after the success of the first one, they're probably more like, okay, John, do whatever you want. Like, make something even more different. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I like it when they give directors like free reign because you can always see like their own little spin on it, and it's not just like the studio saying you have to get it done this way because this is how it's going to look for more money.
And John Krasinski's going to be involved with the editing as well, and involved with like who the cinematographer is. So it's going to have a good fingerprint.
Yeah.
And then next, the one I want to talk about, which is the next weekend, which is Mulan. So I publicly on here have my own opinions of Disney for better and or worse. They have made good things, but also consolidation of everything in media isn't always good, especially for capitalism and for like creating new content. But Mulan does look to be quite interesting, quite good, and well done. So I'm very hopefully optimistic about this one. And yeah, let's see what Mulan is. It's one of my favorite Disney cartoons from when I was a kid.
Yep,
so same. I would genuinely love for this to be good. Just because I love Mulan.
I mean, when they said they were doing a whole live action, I was like, oh, it's just going to be like Beauty and the Beast, where it's going to be the exact same story. Maybe add in a couple new songs just to make it even longer.
Yes.
And give it more of a story. But when they came out with the trailer and it was completely different, like it's the true... I don't guess true. Like it's the
it's
Chinese,
the lore.
Yeah, like the story that all the people in China used to tell their kids about it. So I'm excited to see what that's like because I've never heard it before.
Yeah, exactly.
Like maybe it's completely wrong, but I don't know. So I'll think it's good.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I think it'll be cool. I think it'll be something.
And I do like that they're using like actual like Chinese people for this role and it's not like a Matt Damon.
Yeah, they're not whitewashing it.
Yeah, I do appreciate that. I feel like they got a lot of backlash for it.
Exactly.
Mulan.
100%. I agree with that. So yeah, I'm excited. I think it'll be good. And then starting April 3rd, we have Peter Rabbit 2. We have New Mutants, which has been the first trailer for that was like 2016. So that's crazy that that's finally coming out. Then the Lovebirds, those are all April 3rd. April 10th is James Bond: No Time to Die. Then we have Trolls World Tour, which I guess is a Trolls movie. Then we have Monster Problems. We have Antlers, Promising Young Women, The Secret Garden, and then on the 24th we have Antebellum and Bad Trip. And Antebellum is the Southern horror one that gave me kind of Get Out vibes when I saw the trailer for it. So I'm excited for that. I think it'll be interesting. It's a Lionsgate film. And then the Antlers is another horror thriller one. So that looks cool. And then James Bond: No Time to Die. I mean, this is the last Daniel Craig James Bond. And in James Bond fashion, it's always a good one, a bad one, a good one, a bad one. So we're in for a good one.
Yeah. I mean, I'll admit I did go see Trolls when it came out. I went with my roommate because we thought the trailer was adorable and we wanted to hear Justin Timberlake sing.
Okay.
We were the 2 oldest people in there that did not have kids.
I'm sure.
So I probably won't be in the theaters to watch it, but once it hits Netflix, that's
for sure.
I'll watch.
A lot of those like kids movies that are like solid, I'm always down to watch them, especially if there's like one of those like, haha, I see what they did there.
Like it was a cute film. Like I really did like it. The songs were catchy.
Yeah.
Granted, I knew half of them, but it was interesting to see like the new ideas that people have for the kids movies that we wouldn't really think of anymore because we're not kids.
Exactly. Yeah. I no, I'm interested in seeing like what's up and how it does. So yeah. And then we're gonna go into May right now. So May 1st, we have Black Widow, which is Marvel. I mean, I'm down to see this because I like Scarlett Johansson, and good for Marvel, even though what I said about Disney. And I think it's cool because it's a female-led film. Yeah. But I mean, I don't have an overwhelming desire to see this, but I probably will end up seeing this one, especially for the show. Yeah. Then we have. I
mean, I do hope they make it like they don't screw up her character.
Yeah, same.
Like if they do it kind of how like DC and Warner Brothers did Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I think
they had a lot of bad with Justice League and all that stuff, and all the other ones like Superman Superman versus Batman?
Yeah,
I think that was it. Yeah, that was horrible. I'll clearly admit it. But they redeemed themselves with Wonder Woman, and then they had that big flop with Justice League.
Exactly. Yeah.
So Marvel has been doing very well, and so is Disney with all these superhero movies. Although I think we need a break from superhero movies. They better not pull a DC and Warner Brother.
Exactly. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Then we have Dream Horse. I have no idea. So cool. Then on May 8th we have Greyhound, which apparently is a Tom Hanks screenplay. Tom Hanks is in it, which will be cool.
War movie.
Yeah, it is. There's another movie coming out. I don't know when it is, but it's about Lin-Manuel Miranda making Hamilton. That's coming out this year.
Oh, I think it's late 2020.
Okay. But I want to see that. I forgot the name of it, but I do want to see that. Then we have The Personal History of David Copperfield, which will be interesting. We have then Covers. We have Run, which is...
Legally Blonde 3, I know that's coming in May.
Oh, is it? I
don't know what day, but I think that they slated it for May.
Oh, cool. Okay. So apparently Legally Blonde 3 is in here. Then we have the movie Scoob, which is a Scooby-Doo one, which, I mean, it's a kid's movie, so I'm sure it'll do well. The Woman in the Window, which is a thriller, apparently. The Organ Donor, which is a horror. We have Fast and Furious 9. Holy shit. Do we want more of these?
They gotta stop making those.
There's a SpongeBob movie. I famously do not like SpongeBob, so cool. Then there's Artemis Fowl, and Kenneth Branagh is directing it. Gilderoy Lockhart, for those of you who don't know other stuff he's in. And then Irresistible is a comedy, which is with Steve Carell. That's coming out at the end of May. And Jon Stewart is doing the screenplay.
I mean, besides Black Widow, I guess I'm excited for Legally Blonde 3. I loved all Legally Blondes. The Woman in the Window kind of gave me Woman on the Train vibes.
Oh, okay.
I know it was different, but it's based off a book, so I guess maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Scoob, I mean, casting, it's pretty good. I'm not that, excited for it. SpongeBob, probably won't see it. I might see Artemis Fowl, though.
Yeah, I think that has promise. I read one of the books when I was in grade school, but that's about it. So I don't know a whole lot about it. But, I mean, good for that. And then we have June. As of right now, there's not a lot. I know big summer movie season. But on this list, there's not a whole lot of stuff that's on there, but I'm sure this will all get padded out very soon. So we have Wonder Woman 1984, we have Candyman, we have Soul, we have the King of Staten Island, we have Top Gun Maverick, and then In the Heights. Personally, I'm not really looking forward to any of these, but yeah.
I'm obviously Wonder Woman 1984.
Oh, King of Staten Island's a Judd Apatow film. So
okay. Maybe, yeah. I like Judd Apatow.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Maybe I'll see Candyman because I know Jordan Peele is producing it.
Yeah.
So maybe he's going to be putting in his little
Jordan
specs here and there. Yeah. Maybe In the Heights. Maybe. The trailer looks good. I don't remember even seeing the one on Broadway. But maybe, because it'll probably be nominated for awards.
Yeah.
And just because it's a musical. Probably won't. Maybe I'll see Top Gun Maverick just for this podcast.
Yeah.
When they announced that they were doing another Top Gun, I wasn't, ecstatic or over the moon about it.
Yeah, I feel like that's, a new category of films in my life is movies I'll see for the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Top Gun. Do I think it needed a sequel? I don't think a lot of films need sequels.
Exactly. I think it's a studio's what made us a lot of money? Top Gun. Let's make more of that.
Yeah. I mean, I did like the Godfather sequel, so I guess that was obviously a different time, and it kept the whole story going.
I mean, one of the Godfather sequels is good, and then one of them is not.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think if you have a film, you want to do a sequel after, however many years, I don't think it's that good. If you're doing a sequel, you have to, I think the time frame is, 1 to 5 years.
Yeah, strike while the iron is hot.
Yeah.
Except for one that is on this list that I'm so excited to see. And when we get to it, I'll talk about it. Unless maybe I brushed over it. But it's Bill and Ted's, the new Bill and Ted. I'm so hyped about that. Because I love Bill and Ted.
That's in August, so we're not there yet. Okay,
cool. I'm so hyped to see that. But then we have this is July, we have Minions, The Rise of Gru. So, okay, cool. We have Free Guy, which is an action comedy sci-fi thing. Ryan Reynolds is in it, so it'll probably be kind of lighthearted and fun.
Yeah.
We have Ghostbusters Afterlife, that has a shitload of famous people, including Paul Rudd, Bill Murray, Sigourney Weaver, Dan Aykroyd, and Ernie Hudson, because the Harold Ramis passed away, so he's not going to be in it. But I'm super excited. I don't even know if I'll see it, but I'm excited that this is happening because I loved Ghostbusters as a kid, and the other Ghostbusters movies that came out, even Ghostbusters 2, and then the other remake was sort of whack. I mean, there's funny moments, but they're both kind of whack.
I feel like they just dropped the bomb on that one. Like, it could have been good, but they didn't try hard enough.
Yeah, it was just like, it was very like, it was almost like a really good fan fiction.
Yeah.
Is how I
like. They wanted it to keep it exactly like the original, but then tried to put like funny anecdotes in there, but the anecdotes didn't match up with the story.
Yeah, it was just it was just weird.
They tried, but...
They did try. But yeah, then we have a movie that I don't give a fuck about, Purge 5. This is stupid bullshit. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people put their hearts and souls into this, but what the fuck are we doing next? Okay. Then we have Tenet, which is the Christopher Nolan movie with John David Washington, Robert Pattinson, and Elizabeth Debicki, as well as like so many other people. Michael Caine, Kenneth Branagh. We have Aaron Taylor Johnson. There's a lot of people in this. I'm hyped about this. I don't know much about it. I'm not watching any more trailers. I saw a trailer for it when I went to go see 1917 at the cinematic release, not the press screening, which was just like a simple flex I had to put in there. No, I'm not going to watch any more trailers. I'm so hyped. I love John David Washington and I love Christopher Nolan, so let's do this.
Yeah.
And then next we have Bob's Burgers, the movie. I actually really like the show Bob's Burgers.
I love Bob's Burgers.
So I'll be seeing this. Then after that we have Jungle Cruise, which is basically The Rock and Emily Blunt on a Jungle Cruise type thing. So
I feel like it's kind of going the path of like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, it's like a ride that you turn into a movie.
Although I do like Jack Whitehall. He's pretty funny.
Yeah, it does have promise. A lot of those like kind of movies are like, you know what, that was kind of funny. Like Jumanji, the remake, I'm like, you know what,
Kevin Hart was funny in it.
Yeah, no, honestly, I'm like, yeah, okay, this was serviceable. Then after that, we have Morbius, which is like the Spider-Man spin-off of verse that Columbia Pictures and Sony and all these other people are working with, and it's Jared Leto as a vampire. I'll probably see this for the show, but I don't like Jared Leto. He kind of like freaks me out and it's weird. But I mean, this could be good, and I know that Michael Keaton is in it, and I like Michael Keaton a lot. So
I think Jared Leto's still mad that Warner Bros. Did him dirty.
They did do
Sony
him
did
dirty.
Him dirty with the Suicide Squad, with the Joker, and then you have the Joker movie, and it's outstanding.
I think... Oh, the Joker movie is outstanding. I honestly think Jared Leto is weird enough and definitely like enough of a lunatic that he could have probably done a very nuanced, good performance of the Joker if given the range.
Yeah.
But they just gave it to Joaquin Phoenix, and the rest is history, and Joaquin Phoenix crushed it, so good for him.
Yeah. Like, did I think the Joker needed to be nominated that many times? Probably not.
Yeah, what is it, 11?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yes, Joaquin was phenomenal in it. Like, he played very well. But some of the other stuff, do I think they need to be nominated for? Not really. Like, best hair and costume? No.
Where's Rocket Man? Sorry.
Was not nominated.
I know. Where the hell's Rocket Man? That had incredible production design. Incredible editing.
You spray paint a guy's hair green, and that's, like, you nominating that for an Oscar? Like, you're coming off of, like, when they did the period pieces. Like, Little Women wasn't nominated for that. I don't think they were. I'm trying to remember.
They weren't.
Yeah, they weren't. That's a period piece. Academy Awards and the whole Academy love period pieces. Yeah,
I don't know why they didn't put that in. That's weird, yeah. I mean, like...
If a period piece is nominated, it's gonna win. Yeah. Hands down. Whenever, it doesn't matter who it's up against, even if it's Meryl Streep. Period pieces are gonna win.
Yeah, it's like The Favorite doing well. But I actually like The Favorite. It's the same director who did The Lobster, and I love The Lobster. I think that movie is so fucking weird. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh my god. I think it's on Netflix still, or maybe it's on Amazon Prime. We should talk about that movie on this podcast next week, because it is so delightfully fucking strange. It is 100% a must watch. So, yeah. So that's side tangent. And then we have Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar, which is a movie, and Kristen Wiig is involved, and it'll probably be pretty funny.
I mean, I love Kristen Wiig. Fantastic on SNL.
So yeah, then after that we have Infinite. I don't know much about this. Apparently Mark Wahlberg is in it, and Mark Wahlberg is very hit or miss. Then after that we have The Empty Man, which is a horror. I don't know much about this, so yeah, let's see what's up. Oh, and that's in August. And then we have the one and only Ivan, which is a Disney movie that's coming out. Then we have Nobody, and that's that's Universal Pictures, which is in August. And we have Bill and Ted Face the Music. Hell yes, I'm so excited about this. This is one of my most anticipated films of the year because I love Bill and Ted. And then we have Let Him Go, which is a drama. Then we have The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, which is Ryan Reynolds, Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah. And that's an action comedy, which is
isn't it like the sequel to the first one? The
Hitman's Bodyguard, which I actually saw on like HBO just on TV one day. That movie's actually okay. Like it's very turn your brain off movie, but I'm like, you know what? This is solid. Like this is a very good airplane movie. Or if you have the flu and you're just homesick, just watch that. It's kind of like lighthearted nothing, but you know what? I have a special place in my heart for just weird, silly movies like that. Mm-hmm. So yeah. So that's a thing. Then we have in September we have Monster Hunter, which is an action thriller horror by Paul W.S. Anderson. Mila Jovovich is in it, and I have no idea about this. Then there's The Honest Thief, which is a crime thriller. Then we have The Conjuring, what the fuck? Then we have the new Kingsman movie, which is Matthew Vaughn, who's back. Ralph Fiennes is in this, and that'll be cool. After that we have Without Remorse, which is another action thriller. Then after that we have The Trial of the Chicago 7. Oh, wow, I know what this is. I did not know they were going to do a film on this. This is really interesting. And it's an Aaron Sorkin. Oh, this is going to do well. That's going to win an Academy Award.
Oh, The Trial of Chicago?
Yeah.
100%. There's also... Was it?
And then after...
Many Saints of Newark.
Yeah.
And Last Night in Soho, which is directed by Edgar Wright.
Yes.
I'm excited for those two movies.
And
the Aaron Sorkin one, obviously.
I didn't know the name of the Edgar Wright movie coming out this year, so that's why I didn't say much. But that's... Okay, it's that.
Oh, it's in his... If you look on his Insta, he posted it.
Oh, he did?
He posts, clip of Last Night in Soho, and he only does that before, his next film comes out, where he posts, the clip.
Yeah.
Of, the behind the scenes.
Yes. Edgar Wright, who I famously met and did not know it was him.
Yes.
Good for Edgar Wright. He was a really nice guy. No, he was, legitimately incredibly nice person. Then we have Praise This, which is a musical drama. So, Academy Award, here we come. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. I just saw something in October that I didn't know was coming out. Venom 2? What?
Yes.
You know what? Let's do it. I'm totally down. Andy Serkis is directing it?
Oh, I didn't know that one.
You know what? Then it might be good, because he did Mowgli on Netflix, and that movie's fantastic.
You know which one I'm kind of excited for in October?
What?
Bios.
Yes.
Because, obviously, I love Tom Hanks, so...
And it's Miguel Sapochnik.
Who directed Battle of the Bastards.
Yeah.
So you know that's going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really cool, and it's a sci-fi... Yeah, Miguel Sapochnik did that, and he also, I think, is working on the new Amazon Lord of the Rings series, or he's done consulting with it. And yeah, and Miguel Sapochnik did the Hard Home episode, and he did one of the other really good episodes of Season 8 with battles and a lot of good character development. So I'm super excited to see anything that he has coming out. Then we have Death on the Nile, which is another Kenneth Branagh movie. Kenneth Branagh's been busy.
He's starring and directing. Look at him go.
Yeah, and Gal Gadot is in this.
Armie
Hammer.
Rose Leslie.
Yeah, wow. This has a really, really... Oh, Russell Brand is in this?
Yeah.
Ah, cool. You know what? This is probably going to be weird, but I'm excited. Then we have a movie called Witches, which is a Warner Brothers picture, which is a Robert Zemeckis movie. Cool. Whoa. The screenplay is by Guillermo del Toro?
I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'll see it.
I mean, the stars have already drawn me in with Anne Hathaway, Octavia Spencer, and Stanley Tucci.
Yeah, and then Chris Rock, which seems like a weird one to put with them, but you know, it'd probably be good. Then we have the movie Respect. I don't know much about it. Apparently it's a biopic.
It's about Aretha Franklin.
Oh, it's Aretha Franklin. That makes sense based on the name. Wow, the cast is ridiculous. It is Jennifer Hudson, Forrest Whitaker, Marlon Wayans, how do you say it? Audra?
I think so.
Audra McDonald, Mary J. Blige, Mark Maron, Tate Donovan, and Titus Burgess.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to win Oscars.
Yep, that's kaboom. And then we have Fairy Tale, which is a thriller. I don't know much about it. It's a Lionsgate. Then we have Halloween Kills, so it's probably going to be a horror movie.
So Jamie Lee Curtis and Anthony Michael Hall.
This has potential then.
Who else? And Judy, I'm going to say the name wrong, Greer?
Judy Greer?
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know what? That has potential.
It's like she does a lot, like her best films are always in October and they're all Halloween themed.
Honestly, yeah. You know what? This might be good. I'll give it a shot. We'll go see it. Then, in the end of October, we have Snake Eyes.
Oh, wait a minute. It's a sequel to Halloween.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, it's a 2018 sequel that nullified all the other sequels Halloween. So, there you go.
Okay, cool. Sick. So then we have Snake Eyes, Those Who Wish Me Dead, and everyone's talking about Jamie. Cool. Don't know much about any of those.
Right?
Yeah. And then...
Probably like When Harry Met Sally or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, my most anticipated film of the year is in December. I thought it was in November, but apparently it's in December. Wait, isn't there a new Avatar movie coming out this year?
I hope that got pushed back.
Oh, okay. Maybe it did. It
always gets pushed back, so I'm assuming it got pushed back.
It was supposed to come out in 2011, and it's 2020. Yeah. So, November we have The Eternals, which is another Marvel movie, so strap in. But the cast for this is pretty awesome. It's Richard Madden,
Angelina Jolie,
Gemma Chan, Kumail Nanjiani, Angelina Jolie,
Kit Harington,
Kit Harington, Don Lee, Selma Hayek. It's probably going to be good.
Yeah.
And Richard Madden and Kit Harington are reunited brothers Stark. Because
House Stark.
Yeah, House Stark is being reunited in this film. So then after that we have Stillwater, which is a drama, and Matt Damon is in it. And
that's slated for the same day.
Yeah,
I think
it's going to open against Eternals. And then we have apparently a Clifford the Big Red Dog movie.
Will not be seeing that.
You're right. I am also not going to, and I'm not seeing it for the podcast. Then we have Deep Water, which is apparently a thriller, and Ben Affleck is in it. Cool. After that, we have Godzilla vs. Kong. I didn't know this was coming out, but you know what?
We'll not be seeing it.
Oh, I'm going to go see this. I like big, dumb action monster movies.
I mean, I love Kyle Chandler, but that won't draw me in.
I'm probably going to go see this. Is my guy in this? Oh, Ken Watanabe was in the other ones. I didn't know if he was going to be in this. But, okay, I guess Ken Watanabe is not in it, or he's not on the list here. And then after that, we have Raya and the Last Dragon, which is a Disney movie. Cool. We have King Richard, which is a biopic. We have Happiest Season.
I'll probably go see that. I like the cast. You got Kristen Stewart, Alison Brie, Aubrey Plaza, Dan Levy from Schitt's Creek.
Yeah, it has a good thing. And it's a comedy drama, so it's probably going to be really good. And it's TriStar.
Yeah, it's a holiday rom-com. Fitting.
Yeah. Okay, Escape Room 2. I didn't know there was an Escape Room 1.
Yeah, Escape Room was, wasn't that the one with Kristen Stewart and Jodie Foster?
It might be.
But that's like, how many years old?
Yeah. If that's what they're referring to.
They don't know who's going to star in it yet and how the story will play out, but they already have a slate for November.
Sick.
So
Good
that
for them.
won't be made. That will not be made.
Yeah.
Yet.
That's not going to be made, or it's not going to do well. I'm sorry, but if you slate movies before they or even like have synopses up, you're rushing it. Okay.
And if you didn't film it, a little late.
Yes. So my most anticipated movie of 2020 is in this month, and we have, this is not this first one I'm mentioning, but it might be good. We have Samaritan. I don't know what it is. It's an MGM, and Sylvester Stallone's in it. Might be good. And then my most anticipated movie is Dune. And Denis Villeneuve is doing it. I don't know if Roger Deakins is shooting it or not, but I really like the Dune from like the 80s that David Lynch did. It's quite good. It's weird. I'm so excited for this. Like, you have no idea. This is my most anticipated film. So, hell yes. And the cast is ridiculous. Stellan Skarsgård's in it, Josh Brolin, Oscar Isaac, Jason Momoa, Charlotte Rampling. We have Chang Chen. We have Javier Bardem. It's going to be incredible.
So that's not the movie that I would expect it coming in December that you would have said that was your most anticipated one.
I know. That is my most anticipated film of 2020. Hands down, 1 million, trillion, billion %.
Mine comes out on the same day, but it's not Dune.
Yes, yours is either Coming to America 2, which I'm actually excited about, because Eddie Murphy's in it. I love Eddie Murphy. And the remake of West Side Story.
It's Coming to America 2.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen West Side Story enough.
And James Earl Jones is going to be in this, and he's still playing the king, I'm guessing. And Wesley Snipes is in this. Leslie Jones is going to be in. This is going to be incredible.
Coming to America is the movie that, like, we used, like, me, my brother, and my grandma watch on Thanksgiving.
I absolutely love it. I think I saw this movie. I don't have like a I watch this every Christmas type thing, but I love this movie. This movie is incredible. Or the first one is incredible.
Trading Places was the other one that we watched. We watched.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then Trading Places.
Those are both really good like holiday movies.
They're good Eddie Murphy movies. Like
they are.
I don't remember any other good ones in recent years.
Shrek, because he's Donkey.
Oh yeah,
but I don't even really like Shrek.
I don't think that one technically counts.
No, it doesn't.
Like a good like movie where like he's like acting in it, he's not doing a voiceover.
Yeah, honestly, him on SNL was so fucking funny.
Oh my god, I loved it. Like he came back with all of his greatest sketches.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
It was incredible. It was so well done, and that gives me a lot of hope for this.
That was the most watched SNL in ratings in like I think years.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, like, when you say, like, Eddie Murphy's coming back, everyone's going to tune in.
He did. I'm so happy that he did the Mr. Robinson one first.
The Mr. Robinson one's so funny because it's just about gentrification, and it's so fucked. I love, like, that had me legitimately dying. That, and when he comes on to the Weekend Update as Gumby, and I'm like, yes.
Oh, that's the best one, Gumby.
I love it so much.
Oh, the family dinner was hysterical.
Yeah, as the digital short.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that's like how my family isn't like that, but like there's a lot I know. Like when I'm even talking to friends, where you're like, "It's been so good seeing you," and on the inside you're just like, "Fuck this guy."
Yeah. Buckwheat was pretty good.
Oh yeah, Buckwheat was.
I really forgot who Buckwheat was, and then my mom was like, "You do know it's from the Little Rascals, right?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my god, I forgot about that."
See, who was I watching the SNL with? I was watching with my buddies, and he didn't get the thing, and it was kind of I think you have to know who Buckwheat is to get that joke, or to fully appreciate it. But yeah,
yeah, it just slipped my mind. He was doing it. I was like, "Who is he supposed to be?" My mom was like, "You're an idiot. It's Buckwheat."
Yeah, that's kind of how my dad told me as well when I was watching it. And then we have one that I didn't know was coming out. You know what? I don't know what to think about this, but let's run it. It's Tom and Jerry.
I did not know that was a thing.
You know what? Honestly, I'm good for it. Let's try it. And then
I know Croods 2 was coming out in December.
Which is another Ryan Reynolds. He's and Nicolas Cage. Hell yes. And Emma Stone.
Emma Stone, yes.
Okay. And Peter Dinklage is in it. Okay. Leslie Mann. Cool.
I'm down.
Then we have The Tomorrow War, which is Chris McKay, and Chris Pratt is going to be in it. J.K. Simmons, and yeah, cool. I don't know much about it. Action, adventure, sci-fi, war film. Cool. And then we have News of the World, which is a Paul Greengrass film. So there's going to be some sweet, sweet shaky cam.
Yeah.
And Tom Hanks is in it, so it's probably going to be good. And then we have the final film of December that is on this current list at the beginning of 2020, which is The Last Duel, which is a Ridley Scott film with Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Nicole how do you say that?
I think that's it.
Holofencer?
I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's a screenplay. Matt Damon, Adam Driver are in it. It's going to probably be good. So when at the end of the year we're going to come back and look at this list and say what we were right about, what we were wrong about, and what were some that weren't even on this list that surprised us.
There were two. They said that they're coming out in 2020, but they haven't, given it a date yet. So it's called The French Dispatch with Timothée Chalamet, Frances McDormand,
and that's a Wes Anderson.
Bill Murray, Saoirse Ronan, Owen Wilson. It's Wes Anderson's next film.
Yep, and it's supposed to be his longest. It's 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's like a love letter to France, or like a love letter to journalists, or something like that.
I'm really excited. I
haven't given a date. A couple other I don't know these other people that are in it. And Mank, I think that's how you say it. It's with Gary Oldman, Amanda Seyfried, Lily Collins, Charles Dance. It's working from a script from his father. I guess the director, which is David Fincher, his father wrote a script that tackles a piece of Hollywood history that centers on screenwriter Herman J. Mankiewicz battles with Orson Welles over writing credits over Citizen Kane.
Yeah, the Citizen Kane movie. I didn't know that's what you were talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
excited for that one because Gary Oldman's the star.
Yeah.
Title role.
I'm excited.
And he did very well in whatever movie he had with Churchill.
Oh, The Darkest Hour?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that movie's really good. I'm really excited to see that. So, yeah. No, I 1 million billion trillion % am down for that. And that's the year, as of right now, that of things coming out. My most anticipated is still Dune, and then Bill and Ted's, and then the Orson Welles movie is probably going to be really good. Tenant's on that list. There's some really good movies coming out this year. And if fucking Avatar is coming out, I'll see Avatar 2. That's apparently all filmed underwater in mocap or whatever. Good for James Cameron, who lives in a submarine or something. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully, 2020 is kind of similarly to 2019, where everybody's reviews were kind of on point. And, the biggest films of the year weren't big flops.
Yeah, for sure. No,
But,
I completely agree, and I'm excited about this year for movies. And there's always things that aren't on there that will be good. And there's another movie called, I think it's Vivarium, with Jesse Eisenberg that I just saw the trailer for, and it looks like, from the 30 seconds I've seen, it looks like The Truman Show but a horror.
mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to see that. And then there's one other film that is coming out that we didn't talk about. Oh, there's a Will Ferrell movie coming out apparently that people say actually looks quite funny.
Oh. Interesting.
So I'll be excited to see that when I learn a little more about that. But apart from that, do you have anything else for the audience?
As of right now, no, I do not.
So thank you for listening. And that was our list of the stuff. And then we also are going to do something special for the Academy Awards this year. It depending on scheduling between Arianna and myself and potentially Kyle, we are either going to do kind of like a live update podcast about the Academy Awards or do one directly following the award show. That's very similar to what we did last year.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just going to be doing something special because this is a very cinema focused show, and we always love to show love to movies and the biggest night for films. But before that, the Grammys were last night. I didn't watch them. Oh, you didn't watch either?
No.
I was going to ask if any cool people won.
I mean, the only thing I know is that only saw on social media was people were saying it's really upsetting that Billie Eilish and Lizzo wanted other people to win and not them. It was good for women empowerment, but you put these people if they don't think that they can win, or they don't want it.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I had heard something about that. I read a few tweets about that this morning about comments, and I was like, "Ooh, I don't even know enough about this topic, or what's going on." But it's always polite when an artist is like, "Wow, you all deserve this award," but it's kind of being I don't even want it. That's shitty.
Yeah, you worked hard, but you don't think you deserve. Okay, yeah, I don't think I don't really know how. I've never won an award like that, so I don't know how to put it into words. But I think being nominated is your recognition.
Exactly.
So you don't want to take that away from other people.
I completely agree with that. Yeah.
I know Billie Eilish made history. J. Cole finally won his first Grammy.
Hey, good for him.
Good for him. I liked it. Tyler, the Creator, I think also won.
Yeah. Tyler, the Creator, he's hit or miss for me, depending on his music. He's a very interesting character, as a person. He's just kind of a goofy guy. But in his music, it's either I really like his stuff or I'm not so much.
Yeah. I liked his little, video that was surfacing around, years ago where he's sitting with, a little girl and he's no, Esmeralda, we can't get tacos or something like that.
Yeah, that was a character he did, and he had the Thurnis Haley thing, the golf character.
Yeah, that's just my favorite Tyler, the Creator moment.
Yeah, he's a very interesting guy. But good for him for winning. I didn't watch because I'm not that big into pop music. And I mean, I always like seeing artists and musicians that I like winning, but there's so much pop music stuff that I just don't follow. Just because my music tastes are kind of out in left field.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, good for everyone who wins, and I'm sorry for those who didn't.
Yeah. I think and Nipsey Hussle won. He got the Prometheus Award.
Yeah, also, this is, okay, here's what I'm going to say. And I'm sorry if this makes anyone upset. I was aware of who Nipsey Hussle was before his untimely death. Earlier last year, but it's weird that everyone was yo, I was a huge fan of his. I'm okay, I was aware of his music. I was never a huge fan. I'm his music was cool, good to work out to, but everyone's he was an icon and a legend. That may be true, but also everyone, stop pretending you were a fan of his. You can just say, oh, I became a fan of his after he died because that's when, like, stuff became more popular about him. Like, there's nothing wrong with saying that.
I don't really listen to that much rap besides, like, the mainstream one, so I had no idea who this man was.
Oh, he's like an LA rapper.
No.
And, yeah, no, I mean, it's good music to work out to. Some of the songs are pretty catchy, but that's something that really makes me upset about people saying they're fans of someone forever, where it's like, realistically, you weren't. Like, I wasn't even a fan. Like, yeah, after he died, I did look into more of his music. I'm not going to lie. But I was aware of his stuff before he died, but I'd never say I was a fan.
Yeah. I mean, the last Grammys that I watched was when Beck won. And, like, I had no idea who the hell Beck was.
That's hilarious, yeah. I don't think... I've watched pieces of the Grammys. I don't think I've ever really watched a full Grammys.
It depends on, like, who's, like, singing, if I'll watch it.
No, the last one I watched is the one where Logic
like,
and Kendrick.
Like, last year, AC/DC was... they were playing, so I obviously watched that little section, and that was it.
Yeah. No, I understand, for sure. But yeah, that's the Grammys. That's my Grammys talk. I'm sorry if anyone out there listening is a really big Grammys fan. I'm not into pop music that way, so...
No, I was watching basketball, so it wasn't like...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I Snapchatted you. You were watching basketball.
I was.
Wait, yesterday during the Grammys? I don't even know what I was doing.
Basketball.
Was I at the gym?
You were at the gym. You snapped me from the gym.
Oh, I was at the gym. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yep, that's where I was. That's why I wasn't watching. But yeah, thanks everyone for listening. This is Nothing and Everything. It's a podcast that we do. Oh, also,
yes.
This is the official podcast of Hollywood Casting and Film. We're the official podcast of Hollywood Casting and Film. Yeah, there you go.
Woo!
Yeah.
We finally made it, Russell.
Yeah, we did. We officially with the film studio.
Now we just need T-shirts.
Right? Okay, now we have to get T-shirts, and we have to put the Hollywood Casting and Film Studios logo on it, as well as our logo.
Because we said it out loud, so now we have to have it.
Yeah, by contract and me selling my soul to the devil, I have to now. But yeah, thanks everyone for listening. Thanks Hollywood Casting and Film for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Hiring me. Thank you. But yeah, that's another series we'll be definitely looking into is talking with filmmakers now, because we're partnered with a studio. So yes, we will be chatting with filmmakers and other film creatives, and of course we'll still be doing these kind of episodes where we're just doing a thing. But there will be some more organized stuff, which is scary for me because organization is my greatest fear.
Interesting fear.
Yeah, it really is. It's something that terrifies me deep in my heart. But yeah, thanks for listening. Haha, we're over an hour. I can end the podcast. Okay, bye.